where the gossip is just as good as the food. My name is Elizabeth Edamorano. I am a sophomore accounting major.
Hello, my name is Erika. I am of my sophomore year, and I am a computer science major.
Hi, I'm Sandra. I'm a psychology major, and I'm a senior.
Hey guys, I am Justin Cano. I'm a history major, and I'm a freshman.
By the way, we're sponsored by the Buck.
Actually munching for once, unless I know.
They're not paying on us.
You know, we're getting closer to the whole Thanksgiving break, finals, every professor looking at us and being like, oh, time to cram in more stuff than what we have. So what do you all think about just the semester in general? How are you guys feeling? Like, what are the emotions going on right now?
I feel like there's a fire surrounding me.
I don't know. I feel happy.
Why?
I like tests. I actually love taking
Absolutely not.
Do you like taking tests?
Yes.
I feel like I can kind of get behind that sentiment a little bit, just because when you take a test, like, you do it and it's over kind of thing.
Sure.
One thing I don't like doing, I really don't like homework. And so,
I hate homework.
Yeah, homework, especially if it's like it's due from a week from today, I'm not gonna do it
Until the day like before or the day
hour.
of, because it's like, oh, like it's due at 11:59. You're like,
Yeah.
it's 10 o'clock. I might as well start it and
Yeah.
finish it.
Procrastination 101.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
And then I feel like with quizzes and with tests, you can't do that. I just had a test today, engineering exam, and you
I
know,
don't think that went.
I don't think it went well at all. But I mean, I'm glad that I got it done though. That's the thing, cause like I hate online classes. Online classes is
Wait, it was online?
No. The exam was on site, but I have an online class that I'm doing terrible in just because having it be in an online class, I don't feel that pressure.
Is it MIS 153?
It is.
Yeah,
Are you
I feel that.
You're probably nowhere near as bad as me though.
Oh.
Chris, I don't know if you know Chris. We're just not to name call anyone, but he's completely caught up. He caught up in like a couple days.
Ooh.
Chris Mendez. Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah. So he told me it's not that difficult, but like obviously like.
Shout out to Chris, by the way.
Yeah.
We need your help with MIS because apparently we can't keep up.
Yeah. So yeah, I am terribly behind. I don't think you'll. If I say my grade number out loud, we could do it off screen, and then you'll see just how poorly I'm doing.
Mood? Because mine's probably worse than yours, to
I
be
do not
honest.
believe it. Is it under?
An unspecified number.
Okay.
We'll go from there.
We'll go from there. We're not talking about it.
All right. Okay. Just as far as like final thoughts, obviously it's kind of crazy that we're wrapping up so quickly right now. Like I'm just taking. Oh, I'm on my second exam for engineering. So I was like, oh, we're not that into the year because it's just a second exam. But computer science and math, I'm taking my third, my fourth, and my final. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so what do you say?
Like it. If you feel like this school year has gone way too fast.
Yeah.
Better like it.
Please raise your hand.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. This semester definitely flew by. So.
I was talking to my friend yesterday, and we're both sophomores, and I called her, and I was like, how are we almost juniors?
Yeah.
Like, how does that... You said you were a senior.
Yeah.
So you're
How are
good?
you feeling?
Yeah.
Besides, like, feeling the fire.
It was unexpected.
Yeah.
That's what I can say. It was unexpected.
So when do you graduate?
That's a different story.
Okay. We don't have to get into that. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus or
you're
anything.
good, you're good.
No, I mean, cause.
No, but how I became a senior, it's just the senior credits. That's it.
Oh, okay, I see. I was like, hold on, last time you were a junior, last time we...
I don't know if
Had a
I don't know
discussion.
in the previous video I had said I was a junior, but
So
after a meeting with my advisor, I'm like, yeah, I'm a senior now.
time really is flying for you then.
Oh, yeah.
No, because, well, I'm behind a whole 2 years in college stuff. Because I switched my major, switched from community college to here. So I'm behind a lot. A lot of credits didn't transfer, so I'll be feeling like I'm too old for this. I'm too old to be a sophomore. No, but it's, we just got to keep up.
We keep trudging along.
Yeah.
So now that we've got our semester dilemma out of the way, let's talk about some fun things. What are the like absolute highlights of your semester? It can be different. Like there's no wrong or right answer. I mean, we can start with Eric and we can just wrap around.
Oh man, it's a big start with me. Well, I've seen here some of the examples we have. I was at the Day of the Dead dance, but I was a volunteer. Josephine was there as well, volunteered. We were giving out tacos to people. So helping out the community, and I mean that was a lot of fun. I feel like I genuinely had a lot of fun, giving people out these tacos. And then I kind of disappeared for a little bit because I went out, I saw some friends, and then I came back, and then we were like wrapping up early. So I was helping like cleaning, and that like those 30 minutes of cleaning up, they were pretty intense. We were taking out like entire trash can bins, like not just the bags, the bins, because everything was so heavy in there. And then, but yeah, it proved to be really successful. I was really happy that HSA was able to be
Don't
like.
even get me started. I was dancing like a dancing queen.
Wait, I have a
He
question.
was.
I have a question.
What's up?
Weren't you guys supposed to have a costume contest?
We did. Okay, I do want to talk about that. Now that you brought it up.
Can we please get into that? Because that's the one thing. Obviously, you know, we did it all in Alfonso, which was really new to us because, or not Alfonso, Sabatini. Because last year we did
All Alfonso.
parties,
Yeah.
Alfonso, Sabatini was the food, and then vice versa, and we had the costume contest.
Yeah.
So can you speak on that behalf, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So I met up with the HSA people, and we were like, okay, we love the idea of having a costume. I met up with HSA and VU. I don't want to leave them out. They'll be like,
Yes.
we were there too. Yeah, shout out to VU.
Shout out to VU.
So, Wizards United, that is. And so we were there, and we talking like, hey, we like this idea of a costume contest, and we talked about it, and we actually had to decide on how we wanted the ruling of the costume contest to be, because
Like the criteria?
yeah, so we were gonna do a thing where at midnight when we're cleaning up, we were gonna like get some people that had an amazing costume, and we're gonna let the crowd cheer on who they like best. But then we thought, I don't know, it was just like we're already kind of, unorganized. That feels like a little bit kind of thrown together. Why don't we get 3 judges, and the judges are 3 professors or 3 electoral staff.
Exactly.
That was gonna pick the winners, and then we were gonna award them from there.
Yeah.
However, as soon as 12 hit, the judges, our electoral staff left. 12 hit, and they're like, all right, we're gone. And so we couldn't do the costume contest. And since we were all cleaning up, we were all kind of rushing at that time.
Yes.
We couldn't get to it. And it did stink because there were lots of costumes there that I thought were more than qualified to be winners. Like we had a guy dressed up as a cat girl. And so, were you there?
Cat girl?
Yeah, it was a cat
Yeah.
girl. Or
It was
as
a cat maid.
Yeah,
It was a maid.
Oh.
Not a girl. It was
Yeah.
a maid.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't know who it was. So.
Yeah.
so-
Unfortunately, I didn't have a costume together. I tried to do something, but it didn't work. We're not going to talk about
Look,
it.
all I'm gonna say about my costume is shout out to my mom's best friend. She was like, hey, I have a costume for you. I don't know if it's gonna fit you or not, but I'm just gonna give it to you.
Yeah, and
It's
remind
like,
us what your
okay.
costume was.
So, my mom's best friend used to be a dancer back in the 90s, and she gave me one of her dance costumes, so I was a dancer for the night.
That is so cool.
And for those that were at the Halloween event,
Yeah.
that's the...
Day of the Dead, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Awesome.
that was that. And yes, Jostin was definitely throwing it down at the...
I had my fun.
Yeah. What
You
were you?
did have your fun. At one point, you led the wobble, and you led the cha-cha slide. And something... I think, didn't you?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. If you were there, you were there.
You were there. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
don't know. Because I came in there kind of like...
Yeah, me too. Well, I was there, but I was like working, and then you started throwing it down. I didn't know all this.
Okay, that's because I do this thing
At one
called
point
fun and work. I combine those.
Shout out to Jackie. Shout out to Jackie because she actually posted you on her
Yeah, Miss
Instagram
Jackie.
story.
You're part of her Instagram story?
No, Vince,
No,
she
no,
followed
Jackie. No, I don't even. She said she doesn't want to follow
Students?
current
But
students.
she followed 2 students. I don't know who those students are, but
So
my
it's-
custom, it was pretty basic. Technically, I was dressed like every however Mexican goes to a party.
He
But
said
you know
it
that.
was his father.
But I was dressed like my dad.
Okay.
Officially.
That was their costume.
No, officially.
You was all dadded up. He had like the
boots.
button up
The boots
shirt,
and the
button
button
shirt,
up.
hat.
No,
You don't have a hat?
that. No, I forgot the hat.
Oh,
The
you
dog
mentioned
did
it. You mentioned it.
Yeah, you did mention something
Yeah, the
about
dog
your
bit.
dog.
So if you're Mexican, specifically if you're Mexican, how your dad would dress up to go to a party, like, and
That's
that's
perfect.
exactly how he dressed up.
Just-
If you need me to be your dad for a day, I'm
Whoa!
sorry.
How were you
Yes,
dressed
yeah.
up? Did
How
you
are
dress
you-
up?
Me, yeah, I just, my whole, well, it was kind of like a last minute costume.
Mood.
Yeah. And on a budget as well.
Also mood.
Yeah. I was like, let me dress up as the little baby RJ that I have on my backpack.
Mm.
It was so cute.
Yeah,
I
it
saw
was
her and I was
all
like, oh.
And then my red
I remember,
scarf.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So I should probably say what mine is. I was kind of avoiding it, but I was okay. So they're like, "You're not gonna dress up," and I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna be there." And then
Exactly.
everyone was just like, "Dude, everyone's gonna dress up," and so it was the day. I was like, "Oh shoot!" So I have this thing where I shave. Like if I'm feeling down or something, I shave and I'm feeling good, right? And I was like, "Oh, perfect. I'll dress up as a werewolf." But the day before, I shaved because I was feeling bad, so I couldn't do the werewolf look. I was just gonna have like. I was gonna like get like gel or like hair
And then
wax
poof it
and just
up. Oh,
do this and like make it look all like werewolf like. But since I shaved, I couldn't pull off the look. But that's what I was trying to go for. But didn't work because I had no hair. But that was the move.
That's,
Hmm.
yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anyone else want to share any other?
You know, in the Fall Fest, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, seeing the cats and, but what cats?
The goats.
Pigs, dogs, and goats.
There's cats?
How many goats?
Yeah, like a cat cafe. Y'all know what a cat cafe is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cat cafe is like it's popular in Japan where you like sip tea next to
Cat.
cats.
There's
Yeah.
literally a
okay.
raccoon in a cafe, speaking of.
Where? You're in Memphis?
No. I think it was in Ohio. It's in the United States. I don't.
So you had something to say that happened at Fall Fest.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do I even start? So I volunteered. I'm not gonna say I was voluntold to get pied, but I volunteered. Someone almost broke my nose because I heard the crunch of how the plate hit my face, and I heard like a little, and I was like, ain't no way. So I'm like touching my nose, and I'm like, okay, my nose is still intact. After that, my English professor took advantage of this, and I was like, okay. Because I went over to you at that point, and I was getting my fruit. And someone comes up to me, and they tap me, and they're like, hey, like, there's this professor looking for you. And I was like, well, I guess it's my time. But I kid you not, I probably raised like $8, $9. At one point, I had to upcharge. I upcharged it to $3 because Edgar upcharged, shout out to Edgar,
Yeah.
I charged to $10. I was like, if he can do that, I can too.
Yeah.
You
You
should've.
an item for $10?
I did.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I got the most out of it. I have pictures to prove it too.
Alright. Now, I was there, but I did not get pied. Part of me regrets it, but also I'm like, I was chilling because I didn't get pied either. So.
No, literally, I lost my contact,
Oh no.
and it like ended up in my eyeball, and I was like, this is such a fun experience. I said never again. Mm-mm.
What about
It was-
pumpkins?
That was the that's another fall festival. We're talking
There
about the
was another-
HSA
Yeah, the one with the pumpkin, the one that I went to, it was something for...
for SAC. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
So it's multiple. So I think we might be confusing them. 'Cause I think we talked about both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Because man started out with the goats, and then we're over here talking about like the pie. So yeah, it's two different fall
Yeah, it's
festivals.
two. Sorry.
How
Yeah.
many did they have? I feel like they had like...
It was two. So it was the one for SAC where we had the goats, the farmers, the pumpkins.
The farmer's market?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one
Oh,
is
wow.
the HSA, which were the esquites, the chicharrones.
It was chicharrones,
Chicharrones.
and I was frescas.
Oh, no, okay.
No,
No,
quecas.
no.
Quecas
The
were
fruit
quesadillas,
cups
but
too, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So they're.
the horchata I think was there as well.
Sí, Jamaica también.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to get some, but they ran out. I was selling the copas de fruta, so that's what I was doing.
You could have told me. I would have been like, here you go, Derek.
Well,
It's okay.
now I have connections for the next time.
Well, Boys is Night organized that, right?
Yes.
It was HSA and
It was
BU.
HSA.
But I
That
think
was a collab, right?
yeah, it
Yes.
was a collab. BU and HSA tends to
Okay.
collab, but yeah. But I don't know who was like the main head. I'm pretty sure we were obviously both.
I think it was an even
It was
responsibility.
equal. It's just equal
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
I did pay like 20 grand just to
20 grand.
I wish.
For
20
what?
bucks.
Oh.
20 grand is 20 bucks for me somehow.
True.
I'm very cheap.
Same over here. All right. So what did you pay $20?
Just to pie Jackie.
Oh really?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I think I was there when you pied the Jackie.
You know who took the opportunity? Andy.
Andy did take the opportunity.
And he
So she let Andy pie her first because she was like, oh, he's gonna be softer on me than Justin is.
Yeah.
No, Andy just goes straight up, like, slams it in her face.
Not only that, in her hair. I wasn't gonna go.
Yes, and he rubbed it into her hair.
That disrespect.
And Jackie's like, no one's getting their scholarship.
Oh, yeah.
Someone is getting it revoked.
Honestly.
It's gonna be you, Derek.
What did I do?
Yes.
What did you do?
Oh wait, no. So I didn't pie anybody. I didn't get pied. I'm completely innocent.
Derek was at his table the whole time.
Yeah, I was selling fruit.
I don't know about you, Justin. You're up in the air right now.
It's just my first year. Keep that in mind.
It might be your last year. Rest of the first year.
Honestly, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
There's another thing we did. Well, HSA did it. We were giving out chicharrones. I don't know if y'all were there for that. Were you there?
I was there,
Yeah. Under the gazebo.
Uh-huh.
I have a story for that.
Okay.
So
What happened?
you guys saw that there was a big old like jar of Valentina.
Mhm.
So I took it and I was pouring it on my chicharrones. It literally looked like I murdered someone. Like I spilled it all over my hands, and my friend's like, I'm like, well, like I just take it off my hand. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, I'll just clean it up. Ended up on my tennis shoes. Like it was just an image to say
Why?
the least.
Why?
Dang.
So messy.
Yeah. I don't know. How did that happen? How did you?
Me being clumsy, I don't know.
Dang.
And it was a big bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
like-
a big
it was
old
like-
bottle. It was
Why
like,
did you ask for help?
because I'm
We're trying to rationale with this her like post scene. Yeah. But I mean, well, next time we got you. But yeah, it was
Nice
cute.
to know.
Setting that up, we put like the paper. We took the time. We put like decorations up on the gazebo.
we
I
ended
did
up
that.
listening to Bad Bunny.
Yeah, of course. Any Hispanic event, Bad Bunny. Not saying my
Yeah.
personal opinion, but you know, I guess shout out to Bad Bunny. Yeah, we put like fun facts on all of the bags of
Yeah.
other
Yeah, I
countries.
did see
There was a
that.
lot of repeats. I wish we went back and like checked them good, but yeah,
I mean, it's not bad to have the repeat one.
That is true. You know, giving them out, giving out candy as well. So it was nice. That was
Yeah,
a nice
it was.
small
It was
event.
a really
Mhm.
good turnout too.
Were you guys giving out paletas too or no?
No, not paletas that day. No.
Did you guys ever do the paletas?
Someone did.
We were gonna do paletas at that time, but we
It was
decided to
Zeta
go
Phi
to chicharrón.
Beta who did the
Did it?
ice cream for
Mm.
Zeta Week.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
there.
Wait, were they free?
Yes. She
Yeah,
was saying
I
that.
wanted to make sure because I got free ones too in
Yeah.
the in front of the cafeteria, like right there before you go in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. It was Zeta Phi Beta. It was for Zeta Week. Shout out to the finer ladies.
Yeah, shouts out. So quite a bit of stuff happened. You know, I want to actually go over the fall break because a lot of us went home. I went home and I worked that week, so that's not much happened to me. But yeah, I just went back home and I worked with my parents, and it was nice just to be back in town. Obviously, it was very nice to be back home. I do. There's still a lot of homesickness, obviously, but when I'm back in Memphis, it doesn't feel as bad as when I first came back from
Yeah.
my first fall break. I just want to go back home. But now Memphis feels homier now, so that's a good thing. So
Memphis is your homie?
yeah, Memphis is home. Is home.
Well, except for the break-ins and all the bad things surrounding Memphis, but that's a whole other story. That's for another episode. For me, I'm a commuter, so I'm born and raised here. Fall break for me consisted of me having allergies the whole week.
No.
So try putting in contacts, puffy red eyes. It was just not a pretty image. At one point, I had to call out, and I was like, hey, I talked to my boss, and I was like, hey, like, I seriously can't get out of bed. She was like, it's okay, I'll fill in for you. Like, I never call out. Like,
Yeah.
I've worked for this place for 2.5 years, and the only reason I had to call out was because of my broken elbow. But that was like 2 years ago, like when I first started. And she was like, I know you wouldn't call in just to call in, like, yeah.
Just to call out, yeah.
Yeah, so.
That sucks that you were sick.
Yeah, no, it was not a good experience, and my mom's like, well, I'm taking your siblings to go do something fun. I was like, well,
Dang.
see y'all.
The betrayal.
I know.
You stayed home all week that week?
Mhm.
You did?
It was sad. I stayed in my room though. Literally, I probably binge watched like 3 different shows though. So
What shows do you binge watch?
what shows
The
did
real
I
question.
not binge watch is a better question.
Mean Girls? Oh, that's a movie.
No,
No, you never watched. What about Gossip Girls?
I've seen Gossip Girls.
Okay, that's something. The Office, Friends.
Like
I'm
the
still,
Avengers.
I'm still trying to do Teen Titans, so
Yeah.
I don't think that would
Oh,
count.
which one?
The original one.
Okay, thank you. Please, let's not go with gold.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Like, you have your opinions about that show, and you can put them in the comment. It would be nice having a healthy debate. In
Yes, please.
The original one.
Yeah, I watched a chunk of the original one. It's good, but maybe I feel like it gets better the more you watch it. Obviously, the first episodes were like, they're all right, but I thought they were gonna blow me away because like
The more you get into it, you're just like, oh,
mhm.
this makes a little more sense now.
What about Grey's Anatomy?
Okay.
Here we go.
No.
What?
I'm sorry.
No, go. What you gonna say?
No, like, I don't do Grey's Anatomy.
Really?
Yes. I was watching The Good Doctor, though.
The Good Doctor. I'm familiar with that, but
Really? You don't know what
I don't watch a lot of TV, so
You watch
You're
Like-
canceled. You've been shamed.
some?
Some.
What-
The Good
what-
Doctor, the only reason why I watched it was because my sister watched it.
Okay.
But this was like, maybe like last year maybe. when she
Shout out to
watched
Jane
it.
the Virgin.
Yes. Yes.
Jane the Virgin.
I don't know what that is.
Oh!
TV show, I
No, we're done. That's not, no.
I guess we don't have the time. Let's just put it that way. We don't have the time to be knowing all these shows.
Yes.
What I do in my free time, I don't know. I just watch a lot of YouTube, really.
I couldn't read. Like, that's normally what I do, but I couldn't read because, like,
Yeah.
I literally laid in bed like this the whole time, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? Do you guys have any, like, fun Memphis moments you all would like to share?
One I can particularly like recall, just hanging out like with friends, having a time where you can be out with your friends,
Mhm.
and having a good time, whatever it may be. Like I remember we went out to eat, so
That's
yeah, it was just nice. It was just like 10 of us, and we went out to a restaurant, just had food. And
What's
here in
your-
Memphis,
So
Huh?
this
Yeah.
might be derailing the conversation, but what's, like, your favorite, like, go-to ice cream place in Memphis?
can't say I've been to one actually. Usually we go to get tacos. That's what we go to.
I mean, that's a move, though.
Yeah.
Tacos any days, call me up. I'll be like, even if I'm, like, 30 minutes away, I'd be like,
So tacos is a great option. It's just a great opinion. Which kind? Which kind though?
Yeah, we gotta talk about what kind of tacos.
chorizo.
Really?
Those are good.
Yes.
That's quite the pick. I would not go to chorizo.
Chorizo, huh?
Yeah.
I remember I gave someone chorizo tacos. I don't know what happened to them.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe did she eat them?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Why are you being all spooky, bro?
Wait, hold
I
on.
thought you were there. I thought you were. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Never
No,
mind.
well, my favorite
Don't talk about
tacos
it.
have to be barbacoa.
Barbacoa?
Yeah, that's the move.
You see, that's a
What's
Saturday
the taco
thing.
place, though?
Taco ganas.
We have gone to Taco Ganas, but I
Tacos
don't.
Express.
I've gone to El Gallo Giro.
Oh, yeah, that too.
There's one called El Gallo Giro. That place is busting.
I don't think I've been there.
Pull up, it's good.
He's like, pull
It's
up.
where the panaderia is. You know where that there's like.
There's like a store next to it.
Yes, there's a
Yeah.
store next to it, and there's like this warehouse with this dude. His name is Jacinto.
Yeah,
He
it is
works
a
in-
weird.
Yeah, that guy.
How do you know all this?
That guy know many things. But that guy is very good at fixing your car and your wheels. So hey, if you ever need new wheels, go with him.
Yeah, but yeah, it's I guess a lot of people would say it isn't a nice place in Memphis, but food was really
It's
good.
in Lamar.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
I think it's safe for us to say that the more dangerous the place is, the better the food is,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
hilarious. And you're
'Cause
just
how
like,
did they last for that whole time?
some hungry
Yeah.
construction workers and
Yeah.
just
You know,
people in general.
I went to, in fact, I think it was yesterday that I went to Crosstown, that big building.
Crosstown Concourse, yes.
I know, and I went to this restaurant and I ordered something from a restaurant called Global Foods.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, and they had empanadas, and I was like, oh, they're Venezuelan, might as well.
Ooh.
So I got empanadas.
Uh-huh.
Now,
What
the
type of
thing is
empanadas? Let me stop you right there.
beef.
Good.
Oh.
But I'll tell you why I didn't like them. So the point was that there were only 3. They were like this small. Like they were small. They were small
Tacos?
things. No, they were
No,
not.
empanadas.
Oh, the empanada.
She goes, tacos?
Sorry. You were doing this.
Like, because it's like crusty, like it goes up and
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, tiny empanadas.
Yeah, they were tiny, and when I opened them, they looked like picadillos inside of them. Like, the grounded beef wasn't, and it was good, it just didn't fill me up. It was just small, and it didn't fill me up, and I needed something to eat. So I went to Abner's, which was a good chicken place, and I got like 3 tenders, and the cheapest thing I could find, it's on a cheap steak. So I
Yeah.
just grabbed that and, eat something that could actually fill me up.
Yeah.
So,
Have to.
Wait, How much did you pay for your empanadas?
Oh. Yes.
Oh.
Too much.
I don't know.
Oh, guess?
11.
$8.99.
9.
$9.
And with taxes included, it will be like 11.
12.
No, like
11.
11.
For how
Yeah.
many?
3, yeah, the 3 little ones.
And they were small.
No más las tres?
I know.
Like not even a drink?
Like the drink has separate. And they had tacos, and I was like, I really want to eat tacos. So I wanted to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I always go with tacos.
Yes, I know,
Playing it
but
safe, I always
Honestly
I
though.
know I should have played it safe.
Well,
But at least you tried to do better.
at least you explored something
Yeah, and
different.
I didn't know we had an office there too.
Oh yeah, by the way, we have a space, like literally it's a CPU space at Crosstown Concourse.
Really?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
I don't
well,
think I've been there.
I might just have to take you one day.
Try.
take all of us. I didn't know about this.
Alrighty. sounds like a field trip for us.
Mm-hmm. I met a new guy. His name is Jerry.
Shout out to Jerry.
So you recently changed your major.
Not recently, but
I mean,
That was last-
it was
last
last
year.
I did, yeah.
it's semi-recent.
Yeah, you could have.
You're a senior. You're a recent senior.
Yeah.
You're a freshman.
What about it?
Okay, do you all have like stories that you would like to share that are appropriate?
I do have one thing. So it was school week to school week. Over the weekend,
Yes.
I went to Washington D.C. because my brother played at the National Students band, like
great.
concert band. So I surprise visited him, and I arrived. It was like 11:50. It was really late because my flight was delayed so much.
That's
So,
why you left that weekend?
yeah. So I left and I went to go see
There
my
you go.
brother. So we went to the hotel. It was this really nice hotel. Forgetting the name, but it was under Marriott.
Nice.
It was a nice hotel, and so because they built like this internal like tiny like city town kind of thing inside of it, and so
Oh, that's cool.
so it's kind of like a public space, but it's also a
What's in
hotel.
the plaza?
Yeah, it's like a plaza inside of it, and so it was really nice. So we went over there, and it was super quiet when my mom wanted to pick me up. So and we went back to the hotel. So I went to my brother's room, and he was trying to go to bed because he wakes up at 6 to practice for the concert.
Mhm.
And so we woke him up, and he saw me, and he was like legitimately surprised. And we all thought he knew, like somehow he figured it out, but he genuinely didn't know that I was gonna go surprise with him.
That is
So,
great.
That's sweet.
yeah, so I was there in Washington D.C. for 2 days.
You met to the president?
I went to the White House, not inside of it. Obviously, you can't go, but
Oh, well,
I was
no.
next to it. Yeah, it was really cool. So I got to visit D.C. There was like this taco place next to the White House. We went to eat there. It was next to the White House.
Like
It's
literally.
like a block down. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it
You
was
should
super
go
cool.
there.
I did go there.
Sandra, Justin, do you all have any stories you all would like to share?
I went to the room.
Exactly.
No way.
Hold on.
No.
How are you not on the news right now?
One of the things that I did have found memorable here was, important day of the dance, new people I've met,
Yeah.
the stories I've made, which were like minuscule, but they were still amazing stories because they're part of your life. Even though they're tiny pieces of who you are as a person, they still make you, as a person. For example, I met all of you, and I'm in this group.
Yeah.
Or I've experienced a lot of other things that I'm thankful for. And even though some people say, "Oh, well, that's just some small thing. It's really that important." Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's important.
I do agree.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then you did see the crazy side of Elizabeth at the Day of the Dead dance.
I did not.
By the way, that side only comes out once a year. That's all I'm gonna say.
That side is coming out again this Saturday.
This Saturday. What's this Saturday?
What's this Saturday?
His brother's quinceañero party.
Quinceañero for real?
Yes, you should go.
Formal invite for everyone who.
Yes, of course.
Formal invite.
It'll probably be uploaded.
I'll be
post-event.
bartending that day, so you.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to see. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Well,
you'll
that's-
have to see. You'll
Alrighty. Well, I do have a story, and it is appropriate.
Okay.
Of course.
Love to hear it.
Okay, so I was sitting in my econ class yesterday, right? And we were talking about profit. And there are obviously two different types of profit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into that because it's just a long
It's
deal.
cool one.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that right now. Anyway, so we were talking about profit, and he was like, what emotions do you get when you hear the word profit?
Yeah.
And me being the accounting major I am, I said happy. So I was like, I see a plus something, I'm like, ooh, especially when I check my bank account and I see a green number, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I didn't know this was coming in, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he was like, what's your major? I said, accounting. He was like, oh, well, happy, profit, accounting, it just makes sense. I was like, thanks for calling me out, I guess. Like,
how's profit negative?
he said some people think it's a bad thing because we take advantage of customers.
When you said happy, I was like,
Yeah.
I have the opposite.
Yeah.
What? But anyway, so no new experiences, I guess, huh?
Yeah, any new
Wait.
experiences?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandra! Okay.
Maybe it's a new experience.
It
This
is.
is like, this happened over the summer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys know I'm a K-pop fan, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it was June or July. I had gotten tickets to go to the Stray Kids concert.
I saw
Initially,
the post.
I was gonna go with my friend, but then my friend couldn't make it. So I had to go alone because I couldn't think of anyone
You could
else to
call
bring.
me!
I was, oh no wait, yeah, I was in method at that time. no wait, but I was already gonna be home at that time to go to the concert. Never mind. I went by myself to a new place that I've never been to. It was Newark, New Jersey. So I was in New Jersey.
You
I
went to
to-
New Jersey.
You went to New Jersey by
You were-
yourself?
Oh, no.
Sandra, I'm surprised you're still here.
I was gonna say I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here. But it was fun. The experience was worth it because like normally I don't like traveling alone, but after going through that one experience, I was like, I think it's not better, but like I like the feeling of going by myself just for that one time. But I don't know if I would do it again. I mean, in the end, when I went to go to New Jersey, in the end, I was able to meet a friend to like
Ooh.
be with her
Mhm.
to go to the concert. Even though we were like in different seats, we still like went together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, well, at least you have somebody. That's good.
Yeah.
You know, I actually want to add a little bit because I said about like Washington D.C. going over the weekend between school weeks.
Yeah.
We actually went to the Washington Monument. It was like they were celebrating Day of the Dead in front of the Washington Monument. So I thought that was.
Do you have a video?
I do. I posted it on my story, so I'll have to show it to you later. There was a huge Latin American like Coachella kind of thing where it had tons of legacy.
I wonder.
Did you go to it?
No, I've heard it.
Oh, okay. I thought you went to it.
I was like, hold on, you gotta share that now.
Yeah, no, my mom and I, we really wanted to go because this was when I was trying to get in touch with my roots. So I listened to a lot of Mexican artists at this time, and I was like, I'm absolutely down to go. And so my mom and I went to go for tickets, but they sold out that day it was announced. Because like obviously the pandemic was moving down,
Yeah.
everyone wanted to go, and so
Well, yeah.
I wanted to go. They had like 2 surprise guests. I have no idea who they were, and obviously like that's exciting to get to know to find out who it is. But unfortunately, no, we couldn't go. A lot of like bands that I love or like artists from bands that I love were gonna go. So.
Was it a 3 in there?
And 3 was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
Café Tacuba.
big.
Café Tacuba
Yeah, which is
too?
like one of my favorite bands.
It's mine too. What
Yeah.
song?
La Locomotora. That's my favorite song.
Ingrata.
Ingrata. That's a basic pick. I'm
That's
super
a
sorry.
basic. That's a
Good
basic.
luck.
I'm so
Sandra,
sorry.
You're lying.
No, it's good. I like that it's a parody of like norteño
Norteño.
music. But La Locomotora is like one of my favorite songs ever. So.
Well, I'll speak on the whole concert, like, COVID thing.
Yeah.
So I was 13, which I might just be aging myself. That was 7 years ago, which is
Yeah.
crazy to believe. But I went to Justin Timberlake at the age of 13. That was like my very first concert. And I kid you not, I had the best time of my life. Like, it was absolutely one of the best nights. And I still remember it to this day. And originally it was my mom and I, girls' night, what we're doing for the Journey concert. And my dad calls us and he's like, we want to go. My dad and my brother were just sitting there the whole time and I was like, why are
y'all here?
get out, like move.
Souring the mood.
Honestly though, and like I lost my voice completely the next day and I had work. And so
at
it's like-
13?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
No, I'm sorry, I lied. I didn't have work. I don't know what I had the next day, but I know
Probably
it was,
school.
no,
We had something important, I guess.
I had something important. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was a family reunion.
Yeah, you're like.
And like at one point, I literally had a notepad in front of me, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I can't speak. Like whatever you want, please write it down."
Okay.
And my mom got so fed up at me at one point. She was like, "I know you have a voice there somewhere." I'm like, "Hi, mom." Like this, like horsey, like I can't.
Like I'm trying. It's like I just want to talk.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's man. Yeah, would love to go to a concert. So
What was your first concert?
I went to a Guns N' Roses concert.
Really?
Yeah. Even though I'm not a big Guns N' Roses fan now.
Sweet Child of Mine! Sweet Child of Mine!
Sweet Child of Mine, obviously a great song. Was there when they sung it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it was
Welcome
great.
to the jungle.
Yeah. I mean, it was great. Like,
Wasn't that AC/DC?
no,
No, that's Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. I was
AC/DC is Back in Black.
Thunderstruck.
Oh,
Back in
yeah.
Black, Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see Guns N' Roses. It was great. My mom knew the songs. My dad knew the songs. We had like an annoying person behind us, which sucked. But like other than that,
Me.
great person. It was you. I remember now. No, it wasn't you.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was some lady. So it was definitely.
What was your first concert, Sandra?
My first?
Mhm.
It was in Nashville, Tennessee. I want to go see Eric Nalden Monse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out
Our
to
director.
Monte.
Yeah, we dragged one of our friends to take us there.
Not the dragging!
Yeah, because we couldn't drive, like, we didn't have a car, so we asked our friend if he could take us.
Mine was when I was a kid, and it was with Gabriel, Juan Gabriel.
Juan Gabriel. Really? Oh, dude. My
dude!
parents went to see Juan Gabriel 4 months before his death. So I was super jealous that I didn't go. So.
My parents got to see Los Tigres del Norte,
Oh, yeah.
and like, my dad has his like typical like Hispanic gorra
Yeah.
signed by all the
Awesome.
members.
Oh, that's
Should have
so
sold it. That's
No.
worth it.
Nah, that's
Absolutely
priceless. I would
not.
keep that.
That's bad.
Obviously, if you really need the money, sell it. But like,
Yeah.
No, my like my
It's a
dad.
momentum.
if you're like
Yeah.
a hobo living in the streets, at least you got the habit. But
Vibes with it.
yeah.
Sounds like you. That sounds like something you would do. Why are you
Yeah.
throwing me under the bus?
But yeah, that's great. We need to go out to more concerts. We need to find an artist we like all like below. A whole HSA podcast.
But special
Trip.
edition.
Yeah.
Concert video.
Concert
Concert review,
stream.
yeah.
No, that would be so cool.
Actually, we
We're
should
live
all do
streaming
that.
it to the La Cena podcast. Just like, hey.
You want to say it's gonna be behind the camera the whole time?
You just see Monte with the camera just like in the background, just like, hi, I'm here. Is there something you guys have learned this year that you would like to relate to anyone?
Yes.
Just in general.
Don't call a possum Bob.
Where's this
I-
coming from?
I'll explain.
Explain it right now. You already dug a hole.
So once upon a time, it was me around, when was that? I think it was around October, when I found a possum.
Uh-huh.
And I got close to it. And I was like, it's a creature.
It's a creature!
And I was like, what are you? And I was like, oh, you taquacha. Because I didn't see the tail. And I was just looking at it, and I was like, oh, let me Bob. It hits on me, and I just got out, and I ran. Because it was running towards me, and I ran on top of the truck. There was a truck, and I ran on top of it until the possum left. No one saw this, I think. No one
Whatever everyone knows.
Huge thanks to Derek, Sandra, and Justin for coming to our podcast. It was a pleasure sharing our moments and experiences with you all today. Can't wait to see what next semester brings. I hope that we can continue to have interesting conversations like this one on La Cena. To the viewers, check the description and click on the form if you'd like to join us on the panel or ask a question, and make sure to follow at HSA, at CBU HSA to stay updated.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Bye!
Bye.